everybody, and welcome to another episode of A Father's Note, where we promote fatherhood through building men. As always, we're so happy that you took the time out of your busy schedule to spend the evening with us. No doubt about it, we have another great show for you tonight, an interview for you tonight that I'm certain that you are definitely going to enjoy that as we talk about the role of a father. But before we go into that, as I've been broadcasting and announcing that was fortunate to write a book entitled Learning the Man Within. And then this book is my life history, lessons that I've learned from adolescence to manhood that I think that were very beneficial to me, but also would be very beneficial to you. So if you have a father, a man, whoever in your life, a son in your life, and you think that they are going through or passing through some things that they don't quite have an answer for, I'm certain that if you were to get this book, that this book would definitely help them in some capacity in their life, okay? So if you want one, you can go to our website, afathersnote.com, and you can purchase this book there. But without any further ado, we want to bring on my guest tonight, none other than Mr. Elius Carvil. We want to welcome him to the show. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well. God bless you, my brother.
Man, I'm glad that you came. You know, we've done this in the past.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, but this is the first time that we're able, blessed and fortunate to do it in studio. So, but just to give a little background, my understanding you've been married for 17 years now,
17
right?
years, yes, sir. Going on 18 now.
Going on 18 years with one woman, huh?
Only one woman.
Only one woman. And you all been together for 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just a little small tidbit. How did you all meet?
Well, I'm a little church boy. Grew up in church, and I was playing drum that day. She walked through the door, and when she walked through the door, I felt the presence of her in that building. And when I said, and I just heard a voice say, "There she go," and she came out. I said, "Oh my goodness, there she is."
There she is, huh?
That was it.
That was it, huh? Yeah, yeah. So my understanding, you said that you told her personally that she was going to be your wife.
No. She didn't know yet.
Oh, she didn't know yet. Huh?
But it was my job to let her know that it's going to take place no matter what she's going to do.
Okay.
So no matter how she felt about it, it's going to happen.
Cool. So you have 3 children together.
Yes.
Right. Ages
16, 14, and 12.
All right. But you do have a child prior to her, though,
correct.
Right?
She's 21.
She's 21. All right, man. All right. Well, eventually we'll get to that, though. But let's get into the questions, man. Since we're talking about the role of a father, can you give us a short synopsis of what you believe that the role of a father is?
For me, I had to really think about that topic, roles as a father, because when you think about it, it's hard to understand the role when you was not given the platform on how to be a father. So for me, I had to look back and think about even at where I work at, my son, my daughters, and even when it came out of my father, what he did for me, what he gave me. So for me, a quick top of what a father is: a teacher, a provider, a protector, and we all one setting, and we ball that up and become something that's amazing that help, our wives, our children, our son, our daughters to become something important to the community.
It's interesting you said that the role of a father is a teacher.
Yes.
A protector, provider.
Correct.
So do you feel or think that the reason that we have let's just be straight up, a lot of young men, they are lost in life. When I encounter them, even at 30, 35 years old, I ask them what their plan is for life, and they tell me they don't know. Do you think that has a lot to do with it, that fathers are not succeeding or not being effective in teaching their sons, their daughters about life in general, or setting them up for life?
Honestly, I believe so, because especially where I work at, when you look at the young men that are growing up and they busy trying to let you know that they are there, their presence, but they don't know who they are. They don't know their background. They don't know where they've been through. They don't know where they're going. They know nothing about who they are. So when the person don't know who they are, how can you go somewhere? You're still lost in in a blank room trying to figure out how to get out. And a lot of young men are still trying to figure out and understand, no matter how successful they are. I have a cousin, he's cried to me like a baby and said, I still know who I am.
How old is
44 now. No, I'm sorry, he's 47 now.
he?
47.
And he's sharing with you that he does not.
Still don't know who he is.
And, you know, I believe, and I'm sure you would say the same, that it's the father's responsibility to give identity
Yes.
to their children, especially their son.
Yes. 100% true. I think my father was not there 75% of my life, but he was able to give me some type of identity of what to look for in the future, how to navigate through life, how to watch out for certain corners so I won't repeat the same cycle that he did. And a lot of us growing up as men, we end up repeating the same cycle our father did, unbeknown to ourselves, because we don't know the history. When you don't know the history, how can you know how to turn?
Wow, wow, wow.
You don't know
Wow.
where to go because you're busy trying to figure out where are you, but you don't know nothing because you don't even know who you are, where you came from, who your family is, what your background consists of.
Right. What did your father do in order to teach you? You said, because you said,
He talked about his past. Then I had to go to my uncle, and he spoke a lot more, and I had to get understanding of who he is, who he was, and what he was doing at that time. And even though unbeknown to himself, he taught me a lot of valuable lessons by me paying attention to him. And my main goal is I did not want to be my father.
mm,
And because I did not want to be my father, I had discovered what made him a bad father.
can you share some of those?
Because he was not there to provide. He was not there to teach. He was not everything he did not do for me, I'm doing for mine. Everything I did, I realized I was craving for, I made sure mine's not craving for.
So now, father was not there. Was it because of maybe his past or things that, what do you think is reason?
Part
Or
of
what,
his past. Yes, it's part of his past because he repeated the same cycle his father did.
and I'm glad you said that, because I'm a strong believer of that because we can become creatures of bad habits.
Correct.
And we would have a tendency to uh, repeat what we see.
Correct.
But in you said that you saw it and you did not want that for your children.
Correct.
So now, did you make that decision as you were growing up, knowing that one day you would become a father?
Honestly, yes, I did. I don't know why. I think God really had touched me at a young age where I did not want, I want to be different. I separate myself from everybody. I pay attention to my surrounding. I didn't want nothing that was like anybody else because I believe I was different from everybody else. And because I knew I was different from everybody else, I had to know who I am to be different. So I had to know who my father is. So I had to study my father, study his wrong behavior, his bad behavior, and realize if I was doing something that was similar to his behavior, I would change it.
Some young men, sons, they grow up holding malice in their heart
Correct.
because their father was not there.
Yes, facts.
Well, how were you able to avoid that?
I'll never forget it. My father was getting ready to take his last breath, and I was going back and forth to hospital to see him. And as I was going back to the hospital, I was shaving him, and we were back communicating, back laughing and talking. And I'm a person, I had to learn how to let things go. I couldn't hold on to things so long because you can't heal if you hold on to things for a long period of time. So I began to talk to my dad, and as he talked, as he looked at me, and we had some heart to heart moments, we had some harsh moments, and at the end of the day, before he took his last breath, he said, "Son, I'm proud of you. I'm sorry for what I have done to you." And when I see where you and I see you, I see a man. When he did that, it changed something inside of me, make me feel, let me know that I am becoming the man. I'm not just the young son, or as some people say in the same terminology, a boy. No, I'm the man now. Because he let me know that he see a man in me. And because I still look at him as a father, he allowed me to be the man.
He wasn't there for 75% of your life.
Correct.
You said. Okay. So at what age were you when you realized that dad was not always coming home?
I had to be back in, oh my goodness. It was back in 1985, I believe it was. I had to be 7, 8, maybe 9 years old. And I noticed he was not here. He was not around. And every time he came home, it was always an issue. It was a discrepancy between him and mom. And it would anger me because it's like, mom is here, you ain't. How dare you come home and act like you got something, or you got to get something straightening? You don't got nothing to straighten out. Either you come home and you fix what's here, or you go back where you going. Then one day I woke up and we had went to my grandma's house, came back home, all the furniture was moved out the house. He took all the furniture, took it to his other family. And we like, wow. That's when we realized, dad ain't coming home.
So how old were you when you began to renew the relationship with him?
When he finally came back home back in 1990, I graduated 95, 97. And we began to rekindle our relationship because I always still loved my father. It's always something about it. I don't know how any other young man feel, but it's always that love inside of you that no matter how much you hate him, you want to love him.
And it's interesting you say that because when I do have conversation with young men and I ask them what their relationship is like with their father, most of them will shake their head. I don't know. I don't have a relationship with him. But then I ask them, well, don't you want one? They would say, no, I don't even want to talk to him. But I know deep down that that's not true.
No.
I know deep down, and part of the reason why I feel that they are angry is because they want it and he's not there.
Correct.
To give it to.
I have to give thanks to my mom. She always preached to us about loving our father, despite how he treated us and how he did us, the hatred we felt that he had for us. She always preached to us, you got to love your father, write your father, see your father a letter, see your father, because my father got locked away for 15 years. So we were still sending him letters, correspond back and forth. We'll call him on the phone. And she made us love our father.
Now, most women won't do that. Mothers won't do that.
That's why I thank God for my mom.
Right.
Because she helped me to understand that everybody don't have to hate. And because the relationship between you and that man don't work, you don't have to cause that child to hate. Because what happened is when you cause that child to hate, they begin to lose their identity. And now they walk around this world angry at the world because they have no identity.
So if she hadn't done that, you most likely would not be the man that you are today.
I don't know. Don't want to find out. I'll be honest.
Hey, tell me about it, man. I believe that. So, but during the time when dad was not there, did you have a male figure, a mentor in your life that you looked up to?
I surely did. And I thank God. My mom said, despite everything and how she felt, she said, I cannot teach you how to be a man. So what I'm going to do, allow men that have good attribute of a man to teach you something. So I had, now I don't know if he's still alive, Elder Green. He was nice and short. He was like 9. Mm-hmm. He had tall sons, but he's interact with his sons. And it's like, I saw it, I'm like, I want that. He spent time with his son, playing with his son. And I'm like, for me, it's like I felt like I was cheating because I was looking through another man's living room window, watching him be a father to his kids, hoping that why I don't have that? Why do I have what they have? But at the same time, I begin to learn from that. That's what I'm gonna do to mine. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna deprive mine for that fatherly love,
right?
That fatherly attention. And I made my mistakes in my past, but it helped me to be a better man now.
Right. So, but you were able to restore or renew, shall I say, the relationship with your father
before he passed. Yes.
Before he passed.
Yes.
Did that allow you to heal?
I was able to smile. It changed the man that was in me, the little young man that was missing a father at a young age. It helped him to heal, so I could become that man I need to be now. Because otherwise, I'd be still acting like that 8-year-old young man that was
Man,
crying
that's
for
deep.
his father.
That's deep right there. Do you believe that that's the reason why we have so many young men act out the way that they do mischievous things? I'm just
Yes,
trying to be
they're acting like
because they're
little
angry.
teenagers. They're like little teenagers because they're still stuck in that past. They're still stuck in that that rearview mirror that they should have been let go. They're still stuck there trying to find out why I don't have it. Where my dad at?
No, you say that. Forgive me if I cut you off. You say that, but I always believe I've come to believe that when a young man, let's say he's 20 years old, 25, 30 years old, he may be acting like he's 15, or he may be 30 acting like he's 20. I believe that when I see that, I automatically say that there was something
Yeah,
in his life that he did not get. And
yeah,
he is still stuck at that same time period in his life
correct.
because he did not get what he needed, say, quote unquote, from his father.
The pride. He was the pride of fatherhood. The pride of loving, caring, nurturing. Did he get it from a mom? Yes, our mom does all that. But what about that hug from a father? What about that kiss from a father? What about you laying down, your father can kiss you on the forehead or touching your stomach and say, son, I love you. What about you getting up and you having different things happen to you? Your father there to embrace that moment with you. You know, a lot of men don't have that. Their mom embraced that moment. And it caused a man to be deprived of manhood because their mom is not embracing something that a father should embrace.
So most likely they are stuck
And
at the last memory that they have of their father.
or that memory where they shouldn't have received a father.
Wow. 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 So you became a father 21 years ago.
Correct.
What was that like? What was the experience like?
Oh my God. It was the most scariest, frightening moment, but joyful moment in my life. The whole, to laugh, to play, to nurture. It was the most beautiful thing for the first 2 to 3 years of her life because I was able to be a dad for 2 years.
And then what happened?
Then it came to a point where she wanted something that I couldn't provide her. The mother wanted something I could not provide her. And because she wanted that control of me, she bridged a gap
She used a
between,
child against you.
yeah. And it came to a point where I had to chase to get my daughter, run and get my daughter, till you're like, oh my God, I'm tired. So I only got a chance to be a father for 2 years out of the 21 years of my child life. I got memories where I'll take her to the park, push her on a swing, taught her how to ride a bike the first time, told her how to walk, change her pampers, all that good stuff her father had. When she turned 2 years old, all that came to a broken. And it came to a point where hatred was set in for me. Till when she got a certain age, her attitude towards me had became very foul.
You think that it's because what the mother may have instilled in her? Or?
Well, a lot of things played a factor in that. I had to admit, a lot of things. I did not make it better because I continued fighting. That's why I say I have to take my faults for what I did wrong. I should have fought harder, but I didn't know because my father didn't fight for me.
There you go again.
So I repeat the same cycle my father did.
Learned behavior.
Learned behavior. He didn't fight to be in my life. He gave up. I fought, but eventually I said, you know something? I'm tired because I saw my mental state begin to dwindle down,
It has an effect on you.
and it has such an effect till one day I began to get angry till somebody had to come take me out the house, take me somewhere to calm down because my anger was getting the best of me
Because she was depriving you of your child.
because you deprived me. And I'm a person, I love my children, all of them,
Right.
and I would do anything for them, no matter what. But she don't know that because she was deprived from that.
Someone had put a comment up. Can you put that up? Let's see. This person has says that I think that it's that and more. It's a wanting to belong, a search for a bond that cannot be found. So a young man acts out searching. He can't describe or find it because he's probably never experienced it. Wow.
Yeah, it's facts.
Man, that is it wrapped up all by itself.
You know, the funny thing is, where I work at, um, a young man didn't meet his father till he didn't get a family reunion till he was in prison.
Okay, you keep alluding to where you work, and I just want the audience to know that you work in the correctional
Yeah.
system, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
So with me being a correctional officer, you're able to see a lot of things and experience a lot of things. And when I spoke to the young man, he said, "No, I met my dad in prison." Wow. So now your dad in prison for murder. Now you also in prison for murder. The same cycle repeating itself over and over again because nobody correct the mistake.
Wow. I think we got a question too. Let me see. Do you think it's that you stopped fighting or you knew your child would come and find you? Yeah, you pretty much have said that. You know, you
Yeah.
did at one time stop fighting for
I
her.
did stop. I did because I was getting beat down from every angle. You know, people don't understand when it come down to a child, and I'm learning now to tell other young men, keep everybody out your business. Mom, brother, sister, cousin, everybody has to be out your business. So you can do what you need to do for yourself and your child without their interference.
You know, I know that pain personally. I know that pain. And it's going to something that you said is that you as a father, especially when you experienced it was when you have experienced what it's like not having that relationship with your
Correct.
father, and you know the pain, you know the feeling, the wants, the desires. But now here it is, you are a father.
Yeah.
You don't want that for your child. But then you have mothers who will use that child against you to stop you from being a father to your child.
Correct. And you know what just came to me is she repeat the same cycle that was done to her. You know, hurt people hurt people. But the only way you can heal, you got to heal yourself. You can't expect something to take place because you say so. No, you have to really heal from it. And a lot of these young ladies and young men carry this hatred and pass it on to their children.
You don't even realize what they're doing.
And it's like it causes future hurt because their hatred festers to something totally different. Till it become violent. It becomes self-hatred.
And then they end up at your house.
Then it end up at my house. Well, at my facility.
Yeah.
At my house. You can't go to my house.
Well, that's what I mean, you know, at your other house.
Yeah, then I had to be a babysitter.
Okay, so you get married.
Yeah.
And you have 2 daughters.
Correct.
Still waiting on that son, right?
Praying for that son.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, when my wife was praying it with my son, I'm like, oh Jesus, Lord. I'm on my wife's stomach every single night praying for that son. I said, Lord, you say whatever I ask in your name, go for it. I'm praying every day. I'm like, I don't want another daughter. I got 3 already. That's enough.
So before we get to the son part, though, right? Okay, so you have your daughters,
Correct.
right? But now this time, though, you may not have as much control over the oldest one as you desire.
Correct.
But you have to that you're there, right?
Yeah.
What was that like? What was that experience like? What I tell you what, as a father, what was you say was the one important thing that you wanted to instill in your daughter's life? You wanted them to know.
That I love. That a father love is very important.
Wow.
It helps build the characteristic and the image of that child. And it helps them to even determine what kind of man they pick. Because I don't never want my child to end up in a cycle where they end up getting an abuser or end up feeling a self-sabotaging themselves because of what I have done if I didn't do it right. So for me, it was important for me to be that father figure that showed them that a man can love a woman without being violent. A man can love a woman without being abusive or anything that show them, make her feel. My wife is to me is my pride and joy. She is not my trophy. She is me. So I treat my wife like I treat myself with love. And I allow my daughter to see that every single day. Get up and go to work, come back home. I do what I have to do. I love everybody the same. But the wife get the special love. So it was important for me to keep that image. And people always tell me, Carvil, why you don't cheat on your wife? I said, I don't cheat on my wife because my wife. I said, because I love her. I have no reason to cheat on her. I don't cheat on her because of my children. How can I tell my daughter to get a good man and I'm garbage? How can I tell my son to be a good man and I'm garbage? It's impossible. So I am learning, if I'm going to tell my son something, be that. I'm going to tell my daughter that, be that. So I am what my daughters need to be with. So that when they do meet a young man, they can meet me or better me.
How old is the daughter with your wife? No, oldest daughter.
16.
I'm sure that young men are.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
So talk to us about that. Can
That
you?
is a, you know, it make a man want to go to a bottle.
Yeah.
I think a man would pull his hair out for it. We're like, Lord have mercy. Because she want to wear certain things. I'm like, no. She want to do certain. I said, no, you 16 years old. Be a 16-year-old. Long as you can. So you become 21-year-old, you could be a 21-year-old young lady. Don't be 21-year-old now.
So you think she's been influenced by social media?
Oh my goodness, yes they are. I want to turn it off. I want to throw it in the garbage. I want to do everything to that social media. I hate social media. Because I think social media give our kids, our children, a false reality of life.
Wow. Man, I wish I had a mic drop for that.
Because when you look at it, they begin to emulate their life around the social media. They want to talk like them and be them and be looking at like, hold on, what about me? I've been here the whole time, bust my butt for you. You forgot about me? I love you, daddy, but I want to be this right here. Like, no, you can't be that. I don't want you to be that. I want you to be you, the authentic you, the real you.
You listening to you talk, what I'm hearing is that the reason that a lot of young women, young women do go astray, do tap into certain things because they don't have a father in the home to tell them no.
It is hard for a child to grow up to be adulthood and not able to express their childhood as a child. Whoa. Because when they get in adulthood, they begin to express themselves as a child then. But they yearning for the same attention from their father or their mother as a group. And they lose themselves in the midst of it. And like my wife, grandmother just says, you know, that if you let the devil take the wheel, he'll take you further than you want to go. And that will happen. I try to go to further, to go deeper and deeper and deeper. While we trying to wheel them in, they still going further.
Yeah, so therefore, I mean, I think even listening to you talk, it is given even further validation to the role of a father,
Correct.
right? That he has not only do our sons need their father, but our daughters need their fathers.
Yes,
Our daughters need their fathers as well.
we are the most important thing when it comes down to our wife being important, because it's like hand to hand. If you don't have that complete circle of life around that child, how can they grow?
Man,
Because what happened if you take a circle and you cut it in half, it will never be whole. Now the child got to figure out the rest of their part of their life because they are unbalanced. I call them imbalanced child. I was brought up as an imbalanced child, but I thank God that God helped me to help balance things out in my life, while able to understand my role in my home, where I could be a better father, a better husband, a better brother, a better friend.
every child needs a complete circle.
Correct.
But when you cut that circle in half, this what thought that dropped in my mind that weeds can enter in
Correct.
and then contaminate
That's why we
the
have
mind of that
now.
child.
Look at our today's society. So much going on that is destroying the family value, destroying the image of a man, destroying the image of a woman. To the fact is even to say that you're a man, you literally get confused. Because when you ask the definition of a man, a lot of young men don't know.
They don't know.
And then a lot of them get their validation from their mom. Oh, my mama said I'm a man. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Well,
Because let me explain to you why.
okay.
A thief know a thief. A robber know a robber. A millionaire hang around millionaires, right? Everybody can identify who they are around them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
A woman know what a woman is. I tell my daughters all the time, I can't tell you a woman. Your mama say you're a woman, you're a woman. Because she recognized the woman in you to be that woman you need to be. I raised my son to be the man that he need to be. So I have to be there so when he get to that point, I can say, now you're the man you need to be for yourself. That's so you can be grown and understand that my father validated who I am. Because my mom only know what she taught me, but she don't know what a man is internally.
Right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So how can she tell me something that I am internal when she don't know me internally?
We've been talking about your family. So let's show some pictures here of your family here. That's your daughter there.
My oldest,
What's her name?
Victoria.
Victoria.
Yes, Sarah,
Okay.
Faith in Israel.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's my better half.
Yeah, that's the queen.
That's the queen.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, I think that what we need to do now, because I tell you what, before we do that, because we're gonna get ready to bring your son on, right?
Yeah.
What was it like when you first? Okay, hey man, I got a son now. What was that experience?
You know, the funny thing is, I told my wife, I said, I didn't understand my role until I had a son.
Wow, really?
And I could be very transparent and real about that. Because when my father spoke to me about a lot of different things, it didn't never dawn on me until I saw him. I'm like, wow, I am a father for real. Not just I'm playing a role. I'm the father. It's my job to give him everything, that all the tools he need to be better than me.
One of my questions I was going to ask you, not to place one above the other, but did you feel your responsibility as a father changed once you became a father of a son?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. Especially, not bringing up race, but When you look at a young black man growing up in society, society usually frown at young black men. My facility fill up with young black men. The police academy, when they teach the officers as they get through a certain academy, get certain ways, and they come out the academy, they teach the officers already. If a young man, black man, walking down the street, he probably committed a crime. Check him out. So we already, it's all the statistics of what a young black man is into this world is already negative.
But then again, though, that is why it's important that fathers such as yourself and I.
Correct. And that's why I took my mind liberty to tell my son everything that's under the sun that is truthful and factual. To understand, son, you cannot act this way because you're a young black man. You can't be that way because you have to be something better than what society say you are. That's so when they look at you, they don't see a statistic, they see an overcomer.
So again, you're providing guidance.
Exactly. Then even I see other young men like my daughter, when she did her little boyfriend come into the house. You know, then when she's talking to now, I tell him, I say, you know, my main thing is I don't need to know you. I need to respect you. As long as you respect my daughter, I can respect you. And he look at me different and say, oh wow, I understand, sir. So long you give me that respect, I could give you whatever you need for the next step in your life. Because just because I'm not your father, don't think I can't provide some fatherly needs to you.
Absolutely.
And that's what a lot of men miss. Because just because a young man come in your house, you don't just let him just come in. No, it's our job to help impart, take something into that young man that could cause him to be a better person for himself.
I like that.
That's so he go say, oh no, Mr. Carvil, Mr. Nelson, or this somebody, or whoever it is, taught me this. Nah, man don't act that way. Man hold his chest up.
Yeah, don't beat him up. You know, teach him what he don't know.
We get beat up already in the streets. Why come home and get beat up? Our sons get beat up in the streets already by the son. They don't come in the house, they get beat up.
And you talking my talk, bro.
So
you talking my talk.
Let us come to a point where we begin to be a teacher, a father.
Right.
And then as we become more of a teacher and a father, they begin to become the student. And when they become a student, guess what? They become a father themselves.
So again, even though you may not father that child, you still have a responsibility as a father.
Correct.
To father him.
Because I believe the Heavenly Father always placed young men in our life that need fathers.
Talk, bro. I believe that, man.
But we too blind and too selfish to think about that because we think about, oh, who this is.
Yeah.
Nah. Young man, I'm gonna holler at you. Come over here. You go shooting sometime, we go shooting together.
Right.
Oh, you wanna go fish? We go fishing. You got a job?
That's all they be looking for, someone that would show interest in them and talk to them instead of talking at them.
Someone that would give them some validation of they are
alive. Ooh, another mic drop.
How can our society is already have a problem with identity crisis? Our young men are screaming out loud because nobody see them for who they really are. They just see another statistic, another, you know what, another wasteful life. You know, it's like, wow. But when somebody gonna see them alive? Validate them that you are here. Now be better than that.
Let me ask you this. Do you vet, though, the young men that come in your daughter's life?
Always. I sit there and watch you.
Okay, I asked that question for a reason now,
because you know, you like I tell my daughter, I won't get involved until unless I don't see something I don't like. I said, she said, oh, I know, man. I said, sweetheart, I'm a man. I recognize things that a man need to recognize.
Wow.
I said, that's important for a father to be in a child's life so they can help guide her and guide him so he don't make them dumb decisions that would cause them their life.
Okay, we need to move on, bro, because we don't want to open that up now. But hey, look. Hey, let's while we got a few minutes, let's what do you, Max, one more question.
Go
Then
ahead, shoot.
we're gonna bring his we're gonna bring his son on. Okay. What do you like doing with him the most?
You know, the other day we went outside and played baseball, throwing a baseball. And the little Joe got a good arm. I said, "Oh my goodness!" He's shocking me because I work so much. Sometimes trying to make sure everything's provided, I forget the little things. And my biggest thing I like to do with him just spend time. I don't care what it is. That moment of time helped me to be more calmer as a father. It helped them to see me as a father. So for me, just spending time, no matter what it is. I don't care if you're looking at TV. I don't care if we just going outside, going to the gym. I don't care if we just talking on the phone. That little time, I actually kind of like it. Even if he got on the phone, aggravate the heck out of me. And daddy, can you unlock my game, please?
What did he teach you that you didn't know about yourself until he come along?
That I matter.
Mm.
That I'm a good father. That I'm important. That I have a capability to be loved. People think because you have a wife, you have children, that sometimes it's when you embrace the life of them, help you to be validated within yourself. Because even though you are there, sometimes you still feel lonely. And I know when my mom passed, my wife was like, she was very, adamant about don't leave him by himself. Don't leave him by himself, because it's like, my mom, we've been through everything together. So now I have her no more. I have no dad, I have no mom. I have no grandparents. It's just me and my wife and my kids. So my wife like, nah, we going to the store. I'm stay home. Nah, you come to the store with us too. So she never let me feel alone throughout the whole process. And because of her, my daughters and my son, it made me feel alive.
Man, that's good. That's deep, man. Hey, let's go ahead and bring your son.
All right, no problem.
All right. Hey, Mr. Producer, I'm gonna go ahead and roll that video for us. All right.
Early morning light, in your eyes so bright, you taught me wrong from right, held me through the night. You were my rock so strong, guided me along. In your arms I belong, with you I can be strong. Dad, you're my hero, my guiding stars go. In your love I know I'm never alone. Saw me through my fears, wiped away my tears. Through the passing years, you whispered in my ears. Laughter and the cries, through all lows and highs. In your wisdom lies the love that never dies. Dad, you're my hero, my guiding stars glow. In your love I know I'm never alone. Laughter and the cries, through our lows and highs. In your wisdom lies the love that never dies. Dad, you're my hero, my guiding stars glow. In your love I know I'm never alone. Dad, you're my hero, my guiding stars glow. In your love I know I'm never alone, alone.
Hello, everybody. How you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Front screen, bro. Yeah, there you go. Y'all gotta give him I got a new producer tonight, so I'm breaking him in, but he gonna be all right. Even though he cut my video before it actually finished, but he all right though. I ain't gonna criticize him right now. So I'm grateful to have him around. But yes, still, hey, welcome to the show, Mr. Israel. How you doing? Hey, go ahead and speak up, man. Speak up so they can hear you. All right.
Good.
All right. So I got a question for you. I got a couple questions I want to ask you. So, what is it like having your father around for you?
Good and fun.
Good and fun.
Yes.
So you like to have fun with your father. What are some of the things you like to do with your father?
Play football and baseball.
Play football.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. In what way?
We just throw the ball.
Just throw the ball around.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's one of the greatest lessons you learned from your father?
He taught me a lot, but I don't know like which one's the best. Pretty much.
Well, what has he taught you?
He taught me always to be loving and caring.
Okay, they're saying they cannot hear you. All right. So let's do this. Yeah, you go. I'll give you 2 mics. So talk up loud. I know you talk louder than that now when you're at home.
You
right?
want something, you gonna talk.
All right. So again, what are some of the things you like that you have learned that your father have taught you?
Taught me how to be loving and caring.
Okay. All right. What else?
Trying to think of like a better one than the one I said.
That's not have to be better. Just speak. You have a relationship with your father. Of course, we showed a video there of you spend a lot of time with you. So obviously you like spending time with him, right? Okay. So now let me ask you this question, and you can take your time answering this. Other young men your age, how old are you now? You're 12, 12, 13? Okay, 12 years old. Other young men your age, let's say whether or not young men that you spend time with at school, do you all have conversations about your relationships with fathers?
No, not really.
Do you have friends that do not have fathers, have their father?
They have their father.
They have their father?
Yes.
All of them or just some you don't?
All of them.
Okay. So what are their experiences like? Do they share what their experiences like with their father?
No, not really.
Okay. Y'all don't talk about that? You don't brag on your father, man?
I do sometimes.
Huh?
I do sometimes.
Yeah. Hey, they still need to hear you, bro.
You speak
I
up.
what's the matter? You nervous or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be nervous now. Come on, I need you to open up because I know there's a lot more to you than what you got going on here. Because your mom warned me about you, right?
Yeah. You got that experience already.
So let's talk about this. So I was told to ask if you have a girlfriend.
No.
No?
No. She won't let me dance until I'm 16.
Oh, your mom won't let you date until you're 16.
Yeah.
So mom made that decision for you. Huh?
They both did, but I think like I should be allowed to date since I'm a boy, but they won't let me.
So you're saying that you feel you should be allowed to date because you're what?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What you know at 12 years old, man? Huh? Okay, so let me ask you this question. What conversations though have you and your father had concerning that? What has he told you?
Not much.
Not much. Man, I know your father, man. I know that. Come on now. Come on.
I know you true.
I don't want to say it. That's fine.
Let's keep it that way.
Hey, listen. I know that your parents told you that, hey, kind of watch what you say, right?
Yes.
Right? Bro, listen, this is a transparent show. You all right, man? Hey, talk to me. The folks out there want to know what your relationship is like with your father. So give it to us. Give us a real deal.
He said,
Uh-huh. Now, hold on.
Somebody said nuke the mic.
Keep it wholesome now. This is a family show. So,
I can't say it.
you can't say it then?
I can't say it.
Okay, man. Oh my God. Is this okay. Okay, so then oh my God, man. Y'all lock this young man down.
You trying to keep it close?
Yeah. So can you like put it in your own words? Okay, what's the message that you got basically? That when Goo Goo Gaga?
Yes.
All right. But what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does Blue Gaga mean? I would like to know.
Oh, you don't want no babies, huh? That's right.
There we go.
That's right.
I can't like say it because it's gonna be like inappropriate.
Okay, so in essence, they don't want you to date right now because they don't want you to engage into sex,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All right. So if you can say, I say it for you, right? So, and why is that? Because even at 12 years old, it's a possibility that you can become a teenage son, right? That's kind of the message what they share with you.
Yes.
Teenage father.
I mean, a teenage father. Thank you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Do you tell your other young man, the other young men that your friends that you hang around with, hey, look, this is what my father has told me, my mother has told me, and this is how I'm gonna stand. Yeah, I would love to have a girlfriend, but I'm gonna listen to mom and dad. Do you have any ladies out there kind of like tapping you on your shoulder, sliding you their number and all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. How many girlfriends? How many girlfriends
I
you
ain't
have?
got no girlfriend.
Nah, how many girlfriends?
I don't.
Okay, let me ask you this. How many girlfriends would you have?
I ain't gonna be no playing.
Yeah. So you said it's gonna be one at a time?
I'm just gonna have one. If she break up with me, I already got another girl. Then
Oh Lord.
what is that?
I don't know where you learned this from.
Me and myself and I basically.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. But what do you think your life would be like if your father wasn't around?
I don't really know.
What do you think it would be like? Just try to imagine.
I don't.
You
I
don't
don't
know.
really
So you
know.
don't even want that thought to cross your mind, huh?
Yeah,
Do you think your life would be different?
I think so. Yeah, I think it'll be like different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't really know at all.
Okay. All right. So what would you have in a relationship that you have with your father? Right? I tell you what, let me ask this question here. I think I may have already, but I want to go more in depth in it. When it comes down to being a man, what are some of the lessons that your father has instilled in you?
One of the lessons of being a man.
Yes, that your father's instilled in you being a man. Make sure you're talking to the mic.
One of the lessons that he taught me is to, even if a woman yells at you, just agree with her and leave it be, or just walk away. Or he taught me how to put a roof over people's heads, so when I get married, they could have a roof over their head, and just to be loving and caring, basically.
Do you have any idea what you would like to do, what profession you would like to do, let's say when you get older?
Can you rephrase that again?
What you want to be when you get grown?
What I want to be when I grow up?
Yes.
A firefighter.
You want to be a firefighter. Why a firefighter?
So I could help people.
Wow. Wow. So who told you to be a firefighter?
Nobody.
That's something you want.
Yes.
So okay. So you're doing the thing that's necessary to get there. What, as a matter of fact, let me ask this. Let me rephrase that question. Let me turn that statement into a question. What things are you doing right now to assure that you become a firefighter? What do you think is required?
Being strong, having knowledge, and
Talking to
yeah,
the mic.
just being strong and having knowledge, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to know how to rescue people, and you have to be like good at math too, so you could like calculate the things that you need
Okay.
and how heavy it's gonna be and stuff.
How often do your dad help you with stuff?
A lot.
A lot.
Yes.
What's some of the things he has helped you with?
He sometimes he helped me with my games, and he helps me build stuff and
Stuff like what?
like stuff like just pretty much everything.
He's always there. You like having him around.
Yes.
What's your most fun, memorable moment with your father?
When we went to the beach.
Okay, what was memorable about it?
We were just playing in the water, pretty much.
So you just love just the mere fact of having your father around.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do you have to say to that young man over there? What you want to say
Hey,
to him?
me?
No, yeah. What do you want to say to him?
Thank you for being there, pretty much. And thank you for helping me with the things I need help with.
What would you say to any other young man out there who don't have a father?
You can still make it happen, basically.
Mm.
Yeah.
In essence, don't hold any grudges. Don't be upset. Don't be mad. Just go to work, huh?
Yes.
You know, I think it's a lot more. You holding back on me, man. I'm gonna have a talk with your parents, man. They dialed you too much back, man. I know. I know that we gotta let they sit. Well, anyway, let me. Okay.
The biggest thing I taught him was a man don't what?
A man cry, he don't whine. A man cry, but he don't whine, pretty much. It means when a man whine, he's basically a baby if he whines.
Mm. What else has he taught you? Ask him another question, Dad. Because I think that's how we're gonna get it open up.
How
Get him
should,
to
how
open up.
should you stand up?
With my chest up, basically.
And your head what?
And my head up high.
Mm.
How should you greet a man?
Grip like their hand, not hard, but like
Firm.
yes, firm.
And look at him where?
Look at them in the eye.
12 years old. You're already learning.
Should you ever look down when a man speaking to you?
No,
Why?
because that's disrespectful
And a sign of what?
and a sign of being weak, I think.
Correct.
Yeah, being weak.
Hmm.
And how should you speak? With authority.
With authority, yeah.
Say it again. With what?
Authority.
Say it again.
Authority.
Why is that important? You know why that's important?
No, not really.
But you just know to do it.
Yes.
Huh? Okay. All right. Hey man. Thank you, Mr. Israel, for being on the show. We hope to do more of this. I know he's not really as vocal as he can be right now.
Yes.
But yes, still though, the whole premise of this was that I definitely wanted to have him and his father on the show because we need more of this. We have a lot of men that sons especially who are really they don't have that And I think it's great to have an example of a father and son on the platform and here together. And you can see how important that having a father in a young man's life is. But we're going to get ready to get up out of here. And we hope that you enjoyed the show. Uh, I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling right now. Let me go to single camera. I am just overwhelmed with joy right now. And the reason that I say that is because we got to make a difference. We got to make a change. And I'm so grateful for my guest. I'm so grateful for my son for his son, because at least this is one young man that we don't ever have to worry about uh, ending up in the wrong hands, the wrong side of the law. One day, he's going to have a family of his own, and he's going to know how to be a provider and all that good stuff. But hey, look, we have spent enough time here, and we're going to get out of here. But Mr. Elius,
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you so much for coming on to the show. Show as well.
A pleasure.
And I really felt something with this. Yeah. So, hey, we'll see you all next week. God bless. Take care. Good night, everybody.